Hello. I literally just got back to my desk. The studio's not even set up. Give me a sec. Just got back from the Gorge. I was out in the Dalles. Gotta get, where's my thingy for the thing? There. Okay. So, hello. This was a short week, or if you're a startup, it was a week. But you heard people who have day jobs say that it was a short week because they took Memorial Day off. Maybe you did. I hope you did. Hope you got some downtime. Short week, kind of slow news week, but still some amazing things happened. Why was I out in the Gorge? You ask why? Why was I in the Dalles? Well, thank you for asking. And sorry the studio wasn't all set up in time. But I just got back from the Dalles because I was out there. I had the opportunity to judge the Gorge PitchFest 2025. Got to see 5 entrepreneurial concepts from the Mid-Columbia Innovation Hub region, which is Wasco County and a variety of other counties. They rattle them off to me, but I'm like, I can't remember all of them but Wasco. So that's the one I'm gonna stick with. But covers the Mid-Columbia Gorge, so both the Oregon side and the Washington side. So a wide variety of startups pitched. We had things like recycling, water safety, yet IoT for dogs was one of them. But the company that walked away with the win was an RV park. Now hold up. You're like, an RV park? Yes, because the interesting thing here is it's an RV park, campground, recreation spot in Antelope, Oregon. And you may know Antelope from its history as the home of the Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh and the Rajneeshis and that kind of thing. And you may have seen the Netflix, I think it was a Netflix documentary, Wild Wild Country. If you haven't, you should watch it because it's an important piece of Oregon history that you should know about. But anyway, the town, Antelope, very, very small town. I don't remember the exact number, but it was like 37 people or so, like tiny town. And it happens to be one of the locations in Oregon that has been designated a dark sky area, which basically means you go there to Antelope, there is so little light pollution around there that when you stare up at the sky at night, you get the best view of the stars and the essence of the Milky Way and all those kind of things. So sounds amazing, right? Sounds beautiful, right? Well, shouldn't there be somewhere you can go to experience that firsthand? That's the idea behind this Antelope pursuit. And I was really blown away by the pitch, especially blown away by the way the founder pitched the idea in terms of impact, like dollar impact in the community, that how a very, very little bit of money could go a very, very long way and have substantial impact for the community of Antelope. I've been to Antelope before, but I'm excited to go back. I'm excited to see where this project goes. I know they need more people talking about it and learning about it, so I'll continue to track this project as it comes online, as it becomes a bigger and better thing. And maybe we plan some field trips out to Antelope and lay in the grass and stare up at the stars and the sky. Anyway, it sounds really, really cool. All the other pitchers did really well. Again, the thing I love about this startup pitch event is while it was slightly competitive, everybody got a prize. Everybody got a cash prize. It was worth their time to get up on stage, to practice, to pitch their concepts to folks. I will take the opportunity to write up a longer post that kind of documents everybody and where they placed and what their solutions were and all that kind of thing. But I'm a little punchy because I drove out there today, drove back today, wanted to make sure you got the news first. Gorge PitchFest 2025. The winner is the Antelope RV Park. And if this comes to fruition, it's going to be amazing, not only for people who get to experience the dark sky area in Antelope, but also for the town of Antelope, Oregon itself. Couple things from the Portland Office of Small Business. I was saying, like, Mitch Doherty has done more press in the short time he's been the head of the Portland Office of Small Business than he did the whole 10 years I was working on Built Oregon with him. And so it's just, I like it. I like to see Mitch getting out there. I like to see Mitch getting the credit he deserves. And the Portland Office of Small Business is a really amazing pursuit. It's part of Prosper Portland. It's designed to give small businesses in Portland that point of reference, that place to go, that contact point that they can reach out to when they need help. And then the Portland Office of Small Business can either help get them better connected in the city or mitigate issues or what have you. It's just a really interesting program that we've really needed for a long time. So I'm really happy to see it getting the attention. Mitch sat down for an interview, I believe like in April or so, sat down with an interview with Oregon Business Magazine. I will link that up so you can read that, just get some more details about what they're hoping to accomplish with the Office of Small Business. And then the other big thing, and this kind of, you'll hear it and you're like, dude, come on, really? That's not news? But I don't know. Maybe I was just wrapped up in .com days nostalgia. Like I started in startups when we were shipping software on like floppy disks and CDs and those kind of things. So there was a time in my professional career where when someone would build a website, it was a very big deal. There was a time in my career where if you put .com on the end of your company name, you were suddenly worth hundreds of times more than you had been before you put that .com on the end of your name. So forgive me if I get a little excited about the Portland Office of Small Business finally launching their website that allows small business or people interested in the office to go there, get more information, figure out where they need to go, figure out who they need to be in contact with. They launched a website. It's a big deal. It's a big deal that we have this website for small businesses now, given how reliant our economy is on small businesses, given how much we like to be patrons of small, so punchy, given how much we like to be patrons of small businesses in Portland. Small businesses are quintessential to our community here, and the Office of Small Business is designed to be that helper for those small businesses. So of course they need a website with information and stuff, and now they have one. So that's done. They can check that off. That's done. If you're looking for more information on the Portland Office of Small Business, or if you are a small business who would like to get in contact with them, I will link it up. It is the longest link URL you've probably seen in quite some time. It's pdxofficeofsmallbusiness.com. And so there you go. It's a .com too. So that's probably why I'm getting all wrapped up in this. Other Built Oregon stuff that's going on, a couple other kind of that touch on Built Oregon. And in full disclosure, I'm the co-founder of Built Oregon. I only serve as an advisor now. There's whole new leadership and much smarter people than me doing amazing things. One of those smart people doing amazing things is the new board chair for Built Oregon, Karmen Olson. Karmen has a significant amount of history in consumer products, specifically around beer, brewing, beverage, that kind of thing, but experience that extends beyond that. She has now been named the new chair of Built Oregon, so she's guiding the board. That board is helping guide the organization. I'm really excited to see Karmen in this role. Fun fact, Karmen was my intern in like 2000, something like that. So it's nice to see it come full circle where your intern is now way smarter and more accomplished and more brilliant than you are. It's just a really proud moment. And I'm really happy to see a former intern of mine now be the chair of an organization I helped co-found. It's actually kind of amazing when you think about it. And then the other Karmen element that I wanted to touch on is June 10th. I think that's the second Tuesday in June, right? June 10th, we're doing our Where Are They Now Pride Edition, and Karmen will be our host and doing the fireside chats for that. If you'd like to show up and see founders from our community who identify as LGBTQIA, they will have a number of conversations going there. Karmen will be doing the interviewing and asking the questions of folks, and we would love to have you join us there. There's still room available at Instrument for that event. So if that's of interest to you and you'd like to join us, please, by all means, RSVP. I will link it up, and we'll look forward to seeing you there. And it will be a good chance for you to learn more about Karmen and kind of what she brings to Built Oregon, but also just she's great. And like, I think you'll get a feel for Karmen and how amazing she is through the interviews as well. So all that Built stuff happening. One more kind of Built touch point that you may have caught. It dropped over the weekend, so not sure if you saw it, but Stephen Green, who happens to be on Built's board and has been for quite some time and has been a hugely beneficial advisor and board member to the Built Oregon program. Anyway, Stephen was kind enough to take the time to stand up with me for an hour or so and just talk about stuff in the startup community, talk about what it's like to be a founder, talk about common mistakes that he has seen founders make, talk about his history in Portland, all as part of the Long Conversation, the new podcast that I've launched because people have encouraged me to get back into longer format interviews with interesting people from my life. And Stephen is most definitely one of those interesting people from my life. So if that's of interest to you, I will of course link that up. Again, have another one already recorded in the can, getting ready to drop that in a couple weeks. Have a couple more interviews lined up with folks. So would love your feedback on that if that's working for you and that's something you want to see more of. Happy to do more of that. As always, happy to do more of this as well. Just maybe not as punchy as this episode. Okay. Finally, non-Built, but touching on my prior history, and that when I talked about starting in a startup with like shipping software on floppy disks and CDs, that was a digital healthcare startup. Now, how do I tie that together? Okay, here we go. So, Dave Sanders, Dr. Sanders, the physician who founded Zoom Care, Zoom Care, you go in and get the health care that you need, like efficiently. It's not a big hospital thing. It's an immediate kind of help care thingamajig. Clearly I need Zoom Care right now. Anyway, Dr. Sanders has, he's a serial entrepreneur. He's a physician. He starts a company, starts some other stuff. He's currently running CodyMD, which is an AI MD physician agent chatbot kind of thing to help you get answers to healthcare or help guide your healthcare as best AI can. CodyMD AI is hosting what they're calling a Hack and Back event, which is another hackathon, much like the ones that our friends at AI Portland and the Metro Region Innovation Hub put on with the 0 to 1 Build Challenge. The one that dbias.me won that I talked about last week. Was that just last week? I was talking about okay. Anyway, I was talking about, the hackathon energy is maybe starting to come back. And sure enough, here's yet another kind of hackathon opportunity. This one, again, pretty short format. It's not one of those whole weekend kind of things. It's like show up in the morning, be done by 5, and lots of good things will happen during that. That's happening in June, I believe. I think it's happening on a Saturday. I'm not remembering the details, but of course I will link it up. All by way of saying, if you're interested in hacking on an AI, if you're interested in hacking on an AI idea that has anything to do with health or healthcare, this could be a great place to do it. So that's the hack part. But what's the back part? Well, the back part is that there will be backers in the room, in the audience. So there'll be investors, there'll be other people who are supporting healthcare-based startups in the room where you can also connect with them as you're doing the hacking. So hack and back, CodyMD, AI. If that's of interest to you, if you're interested in building something in the healthcare space that leverages AI, make sure and attend that Hack and Back event. It's always nice to see folks organizing these things. And of course, always great to have serial entrepreneurs who have built successful companies kind of re-engaging with the community and kind of paying it forward by bringing the community together. So all in all, just great to see. Cool. Well, I need to get some rest. I hope you're doing well. I hope this short week was good to you. I hope you got some rest last weekend during the long weekend, if you were able to take that opportunity. All in all, I hope you're hanging in there. I hope you're doing okay. And until we get the chance to chat again, please keep up the good work.